The clinking of silverware stopped cold when a waiter shoved Maya Johnson, a black woman in her 40s, hard against the wall. "People like you don't belong in the VIP section," he spat, his voice echoing through the hushed bistro. Gasps rippled across the tables, but no one moved. A napkin stuck to her sleeve, sauce dripping down her pale blazer, the humiliation complete. Maya stood frozen, head lowered, while the waiter smirked in triumph. Tomorrow, he would regret every word. Maya sat alone at a corner table the next afternoon, the memory of yesterday's humiliation replaying with every glance around the room. The waiter's shove, his words, the silence of the crowd, it all lingered like a shadow. Customers whispered but quickly turned away when her eyes met theirs. Not a single person offered a smile, let alone support. The isolation was louder than any insult. Her blazer still carried a faint stain near the cuff, a reminder she hadn't been able to wash out. Each time she lifted her glass, she saw it, a cruel scar left by someone else's arrogance. The tiny mark twisted deeper than the bruise on her temple. The waiter passed her table again, leaning closer just long enough to mutter, "Careful where you sit, ma'am. Some places aren't made for everyone." His smirk returned, daring her to respond. Maya swallowed, her composure unbroken, but her silence wasn't surrender. It was calculation. What would you do if this happened to you? Stay quiet, or wait for the moment when dignity could rise above power? By Friday, the tension snapped. The waiter found Maya again, this time in front of a crowded lunch service. He raised his voice deliberately, making sure everyone heard. "Still here? Thought you'd learn your place by now. Folks like you don't belong among real patrons." The words cut deeper than the shove, and laughter from a few tables made the air unbearable. Maya's throat tightened. For a moment, she looked small, pinned not against a wall but against the weight of dozens of judging eyes. Her hand trembled slightly as she reached for her glass, only to find it empty. The smallest detail, a water ring left on the white tablecloth, stood as proof of her silence, of being cornered without escape. The waiter leaned closer, his shadow falling over her plate. "This isn't your world. Remember that." His smile was wide, confident, certain he had broken her. To the room, Maya looked defeated, shoulders heavy, gaze lowered. But when she finally lifted her eyes, something flickered, a quiet fire, too controlled to notice unless you were looking closely. She pushed her chair back slowly, almost politely, and left the restaurant without a word. The waiter smirked after her retreat, convinced he had won. What he didn't realize was that Maya wasn't walking away in shame. She was walking toward the one place where true power awaited. Monday morning, the courtroom buzzed as the case was called. The waiter, Mark Allen, strode in, expecting another routine hearing about his scuffle at the bistro. His smirk froze when he saw who sat on the bench. Maya Johnson, robed in black, gavel before her, eyes sharp with authority. The gallery fell silent. Mark's face drained of color, his mouth opening but no sound coming out. "Mr. Allen," Maya's voice rang clear, steady, each syllable slicing through the silence, "this court does not tolerate violence, discrimination, or abuse of power. Yesterday, you thought humiliation was justice. Today, you learn what justice truly means." The waiter stammered, grasping for excuses, but her gaze didn't waver. With one firm strike of the gavel, his arrogance collapsed. As the room exhaled, Maya adjusted her sleeve. The faint stain on her cuff caught the light, a reminder not of shame, but of resilience. True justice isn't loud. It's unshakable dignity made visible.